Are you struggling to find success working final expense leads and you want to learn how to make more money and master this craft? Well, I'm going to share with you 4 tips that hopefully will take you to the next level when you're working final expense insurance leads. So before I dive into this step-by-step process, my name's Jason. I'm your friend in the business, and I am insanely blessed to partner with some of the most amazing brand new and veteran agents alike in our national agency, partnering shoulder to shoulder, selling life, Medicare, and annuities face to face, but more importantly, in the telespace. So, free resources for your taking at jasonfinalexpense.com. And thanks for partnering with us by watching this content today. I hope it helps you uncover how you can make more with your final expense leads. And first off, I get they can be frustrating. But tip number 1, if you're taking notes, you've got to understand your target audience. You're not talking to folks that are super young. Your target audience is normally a senior citizen, a retiree. They're typically an older adult, and they've actually been sold their entire life. Don't think that you're going to somehow just do a couple little things and somehow just push buttons and become a beast in this industry. You've got to understand they're amazing seniors, amazing retirees that really need you, but they're older adults, not always as tech savvy as sometimes the younger generation. And I'm also a young man living in a high-tech world, and sometimes even the highest of tech can frustrate even me, and I run a national agency here. So I get it how a retiree could be really confused with some of the technology. You got to understand who your target audience is, how you can help them. They've got some diseases, they've got some little hurdles, and you're going to be there to hear them and help them. So target audience is so important when you're trying to master final expense insurance leads. You want to understand, who am I making a better life for? Understand your target audience, and you'll take these conversations farther when you're working your final expense leads. Now, tip number 2, once you've understood your target audience, you know who they are and how you're positioned to help them. Now you've got to really attack these leads with a very personalized approach. So many people are busy pitching, and therein lies the problem. You've got to focus on a very friendly introduction, not this pitch. All right. If you're just pitching, I'm not saying you won't hit balls. You could stand at home plate and just put the bat there, and with enough pitches, you'll bunt something, but you're not going to hit it out of the park with your final expense leads if you don't know how to come in tight and right. You've got to know how to take your career to the next level here, and that's by understanding your target audience and then having a very personalized approach that is pro-consumer versus some of the pitches out there. That's why it's so important that you have good scripts when you're working your leads, and that you know how to really help these great folks. But a personalized approach will help you become more profitable working your leads, as opposed to everybody else that feels like they're losing their lunch working the leads with this pitch. Therein lies part of the problem. You've got to develop a genuine interest in what they want you to do for them. It's powerful. They're great people, amazing problems that you're going to help guard and protect them from. But we've got to get through that fence, all right, if you want to make money in this industry. So working final expense leads, it can be frustrating, but understand who your target audience is, and now be laser focused on making their lives better. Now, tip number 2, have a personalized approach as opposed to this just pitching, and you wonder why you feel like you're losing leads all over the place and nobody wants to meet with you. You've got to have a very targeted approach and a personal approach when you're helping final expense clients. You'll actually make more cash flow by keeping it simple in this industry. Now, number 3 is equally as important. It's very essential that you ask questions. You learn to listen through the process. It's not about just blasting through with words and doing that. That's part of the pitch problem that a lot of folks have. It's got to be personal. You've got to listen. You've got to learn from them. They're the greatest folks on the planet. We've got to listen to what they desire us to do for them. Now we're a problem solver versus everybody else just telling and thinking somehow they're going to be selling more. They'll actually sell less compared to a master with final expense insurance sales that makes a way for the consumer through the art of questions and then listening. They're leaning in to the problem, and now they can uncover what their product might or might not do to solve that problem. If you want to sell more, we've got to be a sincerely good listener. We've got to know, first off, what to look for. That's why training is so important. In our agency, we've got a 5-day telemastery program. Doesn't matter if you're an in-person final expense insurance agent or you're a Medicare agent or an annuity agent. You want to train before you get on that phone line and pay for all these leads. It takes a lot of that pain away when now you're polished, you're honed, and you're ready to help folks. But it's very essential that you ask the right questions, that you listen and learn so that you can lean in with your solution. Now, tip number 4, this is very critical. You're going to get told no a lot. One of the most crucial ways to master your final expense leads is having persistence and professionalism. Professionalism is important compared to everybody else. It's just push, push, push. This isn't Cobra Kai off Karate Kid. All right. We've got to have finesse, not force, but we've got to be a persistent insurance agent. We've got to be intentional about the good work that we're going to do for them because it's pro-consumer, but we've got to lean in the face of rejection. Rejection is going to rob you of your mojo, right? And you're not going to want to do any more calls today. Don't call it quits. Keep a calling. If you want to find success and make money in final expense sales, it's very important that you stay laser focused on the most important thing, and that's action. Be persistent. It'll pay off in the end, my friends. It will. So many people pause when they should be just pursuing more dials. And that's why you've got to have good final expense insurance leads. And if you don't have good ones, reach out. We can get you some discount codes and try to do what we can to serve you. But you want to help people by staying in the zone. And that zone is high action. It's about targeted persistence in the face of rejection. You've got to be rejection resistance. You've got to have it just fall off you like water off a duck's back. If you want to make the wealth, those that make the wealth in final expense insurance sales, keep walking. They keep taking care of people. They keep powerfully dialing and smiling and door knocking and doing and doing. And those that do are those that get. There's no participation trophy in this industry. You got to lean in with everything that you have, even when you don't feel like it. Your feelings will find you broke, my friends. But the most crucial part is not letting your nurture campaigns do all the work. That's the C and D. All right. A is all about action. And if you're not all about action, you're going to be in a state of retraction. Technology, nothing against it. Our agents and our work family use technology to their benefit, but they are a beast on the phone. They're a beast at the door, and they're looking out for their clients' best interest. Look forward with everything that you have to help these great folks set goals, make families' lives better, and you may unpack that you are now powerful in this space, serving the greatest folks with these final expense insurance leads. And the frustration may feel a little painful at times, but you may find yourself more profitable, hopefully, as a result of these simple tips. Have a great day. If we can do anything to serve you, or if you don't have fact finders or resources, jasonfinalexpense.com. Remember, you are one of the greatest forces for good, even in the face of rejection. We'll see you soon, my friends. I appreciate you watching.